turn my back, you laughing.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This will be taken very short.
Let's go. At their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Darnold. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And to give this time to the tailback. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise, as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken short. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off of play action, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw, Darnold. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a 1st down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Let's put that team on the clock. Ready? Check 24. Check 24. Check 24. Check 24.
On 2nd down, it's Kane. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing, because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Hey, we got to get this stop here. Ready? Jump.
2, Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. First down, Titans, gain of 12. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Second and goal at the Titans' 2-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol from the 2 now. Second and goal.
Get in the white room. Get in the white room.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
On 3rd down, Kane, and he'll take this one in for a JAX touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
We own it. We own it.
Here's 2nd and 8. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Come on.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Blue there. Blue. Hey, Haywood. Check. Mike 54. Mike 56.
Here's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. To throw is Darnold. And Wilson has it. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Mike 5-4. Lady. Check. Breakdown.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
So many play callers in the red zone worry about the negative effects of a play that they're about to call. But this guy, all he's worried about is gaining yardage and putting the ball in the hands of his playmakers.
On 2nd down now, it's Kane. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Darnold on 3rd down. Now they go screen. It's complete. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision. And
he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Around the NFL, second quarter in Chicago. And that one is now a 2-touchdown lead for the Packers. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third at about 7 left.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Watch time. Tight end right. Hey. You got three. Three down. 45. Mike, 45. Let's get the ball.
They'll look to throw here. He finds McCoy. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 43. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Converge. Alert flare. Check.
2nd and 10. This for his running back, McCoy. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
Ready? Command read. 56 is the mic. Come on. You better bring it.
Now back to throw, eluding the pressure right. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? He'll look to throw. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now the Titans leaving the offense out there. They'll go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And shedding his way forward. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
On first down, Darnold being chased out left. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. A final shot before the break, Darnold. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. And to give this time to the tailback. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
Let's go, fellas.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect. But overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. On play action, they'll throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. Second and 6. Buying time to his left. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll set up a throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. So a stop here defensively to start this third quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Darnold now to throw. Flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 30-yard line.
Red 80. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Here's Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Darnold. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And his first carry, he loses the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And they'll try the jet sweep here. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Bring it. Shit. Check 99. Check 99.
They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Let's go now. That's it. 15 on it. 15 on it. We ain't giving up nothing today.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
4th down and 1.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it. And an alley to run. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40.
Let's go. At their own 39-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. On 1st down, Kane, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down, Darnold. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 43.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Darnold now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Darnold completes it. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. They'll try the left side. It's Kane, and he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll keep it on the ground. Kane. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on 1st down. St. Clair. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd down and 12.
45, 45, 45, Mike, 45.
No gain on this defense, no gain. Check 13, check 13.
Looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Let's go, baby.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Touchdown, defense.
Now Darnold. Wilson's got it complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Check, check, watch it before, watch it before. Check right, touch.
And a hit this time to the tailback. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Mike 54. Mike 54. I'm here all day.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 24-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. On 1st down, it's Kane, and he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll keep it on the ground. Kane, and he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They'll run on 1st down. It's Kane, and he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Kane trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards. And now a decision here on 4th and 1. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And his kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
It's in the 4th quarter down in Miami. The Dolphins have added on, and they seem to be pulling away in that one. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range?
It's caught inside the 25. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. Wow. McManus now for the extra point. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense.
Going the other way.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
He'll look to throw. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches. If they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Back to throw. That's complete. It's Collins. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Darnold now to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. That puts him in excellent position. 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. One last throw now for Darnold, and it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty, and with that, the ball game is over. Well, no doubt an electrifying finish to have it down inside the 10-yard line. That final shot, though, they couldn't get it in the end zone, and that's all she wrote.
And they had the final shot. The last snap taken that close to the end zone. They don't get it in, so they'll regret that. But flip it over, making a stand in that portion of the field, congratulations to them.
So for Tennessee, a loss would have really...